We are going to show how we use CloudSIM to simulate the cloud infrastructure. Before we do that, first see what let us understand what is CloudSIM. CloudSIM is nothing but it is a simulation kind of program which is used to simulate the cloud infrastructure before actually deploying in cloud. For example, if you want to migrate your application to cloud, before going to do it actually, first you can simulate it using CloudSIM and measure their performance, cost, and their load balancing capacity, and then you can deploy in cloud. You can get the official documentation in the GitHub page. Let's go to the page. Yeah, it is open source framework which is used for mainly simulating and modeling of cloud infrastructure and their services. Okay, first we can download it. It is downloaded by CloudSlab organization. We can download it by going to this link. Yeah, and you can either download it in source, or you can download it from their page also. You can see the downloads here. By clicking the releases you can download it. Before going there, this is the official website of the CloudSIM. Let's download it. Here CloudSIM 5.0 is the latest version. It is like beta, and we have 4.0 latest release, that is stable version. But let's we stick into 3.03. Let's download it. We want the package, this file package, download it, or you can also download the source code and you can compile it also. CloudSIM has some dependencies to here. To make that it to work, we need some packages like common math. Then we need CloudSIM jar files which we can download before step. Then we can run easily set up and run it. Yeah, these are the package CloudSIM provides. It includes default by default they give some examples which we can go through, and we can try to build new one according to our needs. Then it has many more options which is given as packages which can be used in development. Yeah, we download it. Then we need common math package which is dependencies. We can download it on the internet. Yeah, it is from Apache. You can download it just by going to download section. I want zip file, so I download it. These are the dependencies. Then for development, we need some IDE. Yeah, I choose Eclipse IDE. For either use it any IDE like NetBeans also, but we go for Eclipse. Yeah, it is the official site. You can download it by here. This is the latest version. I download it. It's wait for sometimes. You can download. We are start downloading. Let's wait for some time. After it finishes, we can do our things. Till the download finishes, I want to give some more light on CloudSIM. Yeah, in CloudSIM, all these are entities. For example, Cloud Information Services, it is also called as CIS. It is one of the entity. Data Center Broker, it is one of the entity. Then Data Center, it is also one of the entity. These are all are represent in CloudSIM as entities. This CIS Cloud Information Services, as it is kind of register which has all the information about the data center. Data center is nothing but it is it has different types of host, and in each host there are many one or many virtual machine may be running. These details can be registered in Cloud Information Services. It is just like a register which has all the information about data center. That's all. Then data center broker, it is the thing that is acting acting like a broker between the data center and the task. Cloud is nothing but it is simply a task In CloudStream they call it as Cloudlet. Nothing big in the name. Each cloudlets are coming into data center broker, um, which access the data center details from the cloud information service register and allocate the task to a different host. That is the job of the data center broker. Then yeah, in each host there are one or many virtual machine running. This host can decide on which the task on which the on which virtual machine the task is need to be running. This can be taken care of this data center only. Let's do it by demo. Yeah, Eclipse IDE is downloaded. Let's install it. Yeah, we first install Eclipse IDE for Java developers. Then we can click install. Let's wait for some time. I'll just pause the video and come back after this finishes. First extract these two files. Open Eclipse. Eclipse opens, then file goes to new Java project. Give the name as you want. Just give CloudSim and change the location to the CloudSim downloaded location and choose folder. Then give next. Let's give some time for it loading. Yeah, you can see that all the jar files we needed are loaded automatically. Then we have to add one more additional dependency, which is nothing but common math package. On that extracted folder, you can see that one jar file. Just load it, then click finish. You can see that it created. Yeah, you can see that on this package. You can see that all the files here in this video. We just run one example file to understand this CloudSim. Here we see some basic example. In this example section, there are many examples they provide, which you can practice and learn. These are the basic examples. Here, this code is well documented, so easily we can understood. Here they says that this is to create a data center with only one host and run only one task, that is Cloudlet on it. That is the first example here. Here they before explaining this code, I just run this code. Yeah, the execution finishes. Before seeing the output, let me explain this code. Here they first declare two static variables, cloudlet list and VM list, which is used to store task and VM list is to store all the VMs. Here first they initialize these packages by using this cloudsim.init method. Then they create data center in the second step. Here they create data center and name it as data center 0. Then they create broker. I already explained these entities in my previous stages. Here they create broker and they name the broker. Then they add the VMs to the VM list. Before that they create the VM with this specification. Here they name it as 0. Then MAPS is nothing but a million instructions per second. Then they give the size, that is the storage space. They give the RAM. Then they give the bandwidth, network bandwidth. Then PS, it is number of CPU. They assign one CPU. Then they assign the name here. These are the specification. Then they create a VM by passing this specification as argument, and they add this VM to the VM list. Then they submit the VM list we created to the broker. Then the fifth step is they create one cloudlet. That is the task. They give the task ID and their length and their file size and output size. It is a sample task. Then they process this specification to the cloudlet object and create it. Then they add the cloudlet to the cloudlet list. Then they submit the cloudlet to the broker. Then they start the simulation and stop the simulation. If any error happens, it can be catched by using try catch statement. Here, in previous stage, they create data center using this method here. They just give data center and the object, and they call this. The control flow comes to this, and it start executing from this. Same also, they create all the specification to data center, and they add the data center, and they set the OS type, architecture, and time zone, etc. Similarly, this is the block for creating broker. This is for this is where we can get the output. This is for printing the output here, so that we can get the output. Let's see the output here. They give the cloud task ID is 0. Then the status of the task is success. It finishes. Then data center ID is 2, and it takes 400 seconds. That is, it starts from 0.1 to 400.1 milliseconds. So these are the output we get from this example. Similarly, there are many examples they given. In this example, they give that they have to create a data center with one host and run two cloudlet. Where in the previous case we run the data center with one task on it, but here we run two tasks. Here they say that they create two VMs with same specification, so it takes same time. You can see that two RAMs are assigning same specification. On running this, we get it starts from same time and end at same time. All takes 1000 milliseconds approximately. Then in the third example, they show that they create a data center with two hosts and two cloudlets running on it, and they assign two VMs with different specification. Let's see. Here they given that the VM1 has process number of CPU as 1, then but a second VM has 2. So on running this, VM2 will finish the task, that is cloudlet, faster. Let's do it. You can see that VM 0 is the first one, 1 is the second one. The second VM, that is second VM, finishes the task in 80 milliseconds, whereas first VM takes 160 seconds. Because of the number of CPU count increases, it finishes the task faster. Similarly, there are many examples they given which are self-explanatory and well documented, so anyone can easily understand that. Then they also have programs on network. Here they given that they making a data center with one host, and the data center is in a network topology, and run one cloud on it. Similarly, there are many examples they are given which can be easily understandable. That's all. Thanks for watching.